proud. TIRTIR wins the KBeautyLeader title at the ELLE Beauty Awards 2026. ARMY highlights Taehyung's role. Hello, BTS lovers all around the world. Welcome back to this small space, a simple place, in the middle of a world that keeps running fast, where we can pause for a moment, take a deeper breath, and give our hearts the time to truly feel a story. Because sometimes the most precious things do not arrive with the loudest sound. They come quietly, almost unheard, yet leave an echo that stays for a long time inside the heart. And today, we are going to talk about a moment like that. A piece of news that may look simple on the surface, just about an award, about the beauty industry, about one brand name announced as a winner. But if we look deeper, we will discover that this story is not merely about victory. This is a story about a long journey, about faith protected in silence, about sincerity that finally finds its way to the world's recognition. Because it is now official, TIRTIR has been crowned the Korean winner at the ELLE Beauty Awards 2026 in the KBeautyLeader category. A short sentence, yet carrying such a wide meaning. An award like this never stands alone. Behind one trophy, there are always years of time, difficult decisions, unseen failures, and the courage to keep believing, even when no one is watching. And perhaps that is what makes this moment feel so warm, because this victory is not celebrated by a company alone, but also by many hearts who feel they have walked the same journey. And in the middle of that spotlight, there is one name, spoken again and again, with deep pride, by ARMY around the world. Kim Taehyung. Not only as a global icon, not only as a famous artist, but as a symbol of something deeper, something that cannot be measured by numbers, statistics, or popularity charts. A presence that feels human, warm, calm, and sincere. From the beginning, the connection between Taehyung and the message carried by TIRTIR has felt so natural, not forced, not excessive, like two different stories, walking on separate paths, only to meet at the same point. Beauty born from sincerity. In a modern world that often demands flawless perfection, TIRTIR arrives with a different approach. Not about becoming someone else, not about hiding who we are, but about caring for what we already have, respecting ourselves, and finding confidence from within. Values like these may sound simple, yet precisely because of their simplicity, they become rare. And when those values walk side by side with someone like Taehyung, known for honesty in his art, gentleness in his presence, and the quiet way he loves the world, without excessive noise, many people feel everything simply makes sense. It is no surprise that ARMY sees this victory as something personal, not just news, but a feeling. On social media, reactions arrived like soft waves, not loud screams, but simple words that felt much deeper. I'm proud. This feels deserved. a beautiful journey. And perhaps the word that appeared most that day was only one. Thank you. Thank you for walking this far. Thank you for staying true to values. Thank you for proving that sincerity still has a place in the world. The ELLE Beauty Awards itself is not an ordinary stage. It is a space where innovation is tested, quality is compared, influence is judged by high standards. To become a K-beauty leader means becoming the direction of the future, not just following trends, but creating them. Not just being known, but being trusted. And this year, the name trusted is TIRTIR. Yet interestingly, the most touching moment did not happen on the stage, but inside the hearts of people watching from afar. Because for ARMY, every achievement connected to Taehyung always feels like more than news. It feels like watching someone we quietly support finally receive the smile he deserves. And perhaps that is Taehyung's greatest power. Not making the world noisy, but making the world feel something. Something gentle. Something warm. Something hard to explain, yet easy to miss. In an industry that moves incredibly fast, where trends come and go, within weeks, Taehyung walks with a different rhythm. Slower, calmer, yet somehow always arriving at the right place, as if reminding us that life is not about who is fastest, but about who remains faithful to their own heart. And today, through TIRTIR's victory, that message feels clearer than ever. That true beauty does not need shouting. It only needs honesty and time. ARMY may not stand in that award room, may not hold that trophy, but the pride they feel is just as real, because true support is not measured by distance, but by sincerity. And if we pause for a moment, breathe slowly, we may realize moments like this are not only about TIRTIR, not only about Taehyung, but about hope. Feeling alive again. Hope that hard work will find its way. That kindness is never wasted. That a sincere heart will eventually be recognized by the world. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. Certainly. And when that day comes, it is not always accompanied by thunder. Sometimes only a small smile, a simple piece of news, one word, win. Yet behind that short word are thousands of unseen steps. That is why today feels so meaningful. Because this is not the end of the journey, but a sign that the journey is moving in the right direction. To TIRTIR, congratulations on this extraordinary achievement. To Taehyung, thank you for continuing to show that gentleness is a form of strength. And to ARMY, who always walk quietly, yet never truly leave. Today is your day too. A day to smile more warmly. A day to feel proud without needing many words. Because some feelings are simply too deep to be explained. And perhaps that is the true meaning of this moment. Not about who shines the brightest, but about a small light that keeps glowing, even as the world keeps changing. Thank you for pausing here today, for listening with a calm heart. If this story leaves a small warmth inside you, you may write one simple word in the comments. Proud. And until we meet again in the next warm story, take good care of your heart, because the world will always need more sincerity.